So let me introduce myself. So my name is Vishal Patil and I am going to conduct your session for today. I am electronics and engineer by background, and I am working in this field for the past 3 years. So the main goal or aim of this session is to make this session as more interactive as possible. So keep your video mode on so that if you have any queries, you have any doubts in between the session, you can raise your hand or you can post your questions in the chat window so that I can see you all and I can get your questions. And whenever I will ask you to confirm something, please give me a thumbs up and mute yourself. So we have question answer session at the end. So at that time you can ask your queries. So till then you can note down your queries in the notepad. Okay. So the main agenda for today's session is divided into 3 parts. I have divided it into 3 sections so that you can understand each and every concept in each section. So the first section mainly focus on introduction of Python. Then who uses Python? What all companies out there which uses this Python? Then why Python means what are the features of Python which makes it most popular? Then from section 2, we'll start our programming section, means how to install Python and how to use different concepts like operators, data types, we have flow controls. So how to use all these in the Python programming. So everyone clear on the agenda today? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, thank you Pranav. Thank you Ria for confirmation. Okay, thank you everyone. So let's get started with what is Python. Means introduction to Python. So Python is nothing but high level language. That means it uses simple concept or keywords of English to write its program. So it's nothing but one of the high level language, and it supports more or all the platforms like Windows, Linux, you have Macs, or you have Debian. So it supports all these OS. So you can install Python on any of these OS to start getting program in the Python. Then it supports object oriented programming. Now, what is this object oriented programming? So object oriented is nothing but everything or every simple terms in Python are divided into objects and class. Suppose if I give you simple examples, this webinar itself is a class and we all are the object of this webinar. So in the same way, Python is divided into class and object. So we'll program with the help of this class and object. Now, who uses this Python, or which all companies are there? For them, Python is a main driving force. So if I give you a simple examples, so YouTube, we all know YouTube, we all use YouTube on daily basis. So YouTube uses Python for its video sharing and video streaming. So for smooth streaming of videos, we use Python in the YouTube. Then we have Google. So Google also uses Python for its web search system. So for every web page you search on the Google, it uses Python. Then we have Raspberry Pi. I think some of you maybe know about the Raspberry Pi. So Raspberry Pi is nothing but a single board computer which uses Python as its main educational software or educational language. Means Python comes by default in the Raspberry Pi, and you can use this Python to program Raspberry Pi, or you can program multiple projects on the Raspberry Pi. Okay, so it is going fast, so I will go a little bit slow. Then we have this NASA. Yes, Krish, do you have any question? You can unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
नो सर, ये वो गलती से क्लिक हो गया था.
Okay, fine, it's fine.
ये वो मेरे नहीं, इसलिए गलती से क्लिक हो गया था।
Okay. So we have the NASA. We all know about NASA. NASA is the institute which we use for the space mission. So like NASA, we have Fermilab, JPL. These all uses this Python language for its scientific programming. Means if they want to do any perform on the robots which they are sending on the spacecraft, so they use Python for its infrastructure. Then we have the Netflix. Like we all know about Netflix. We use Netflix on a daily basis. So Netflix also uses Python for its smooth streaming of videos. Okay, so these are some couple of examples which uses Python. Again, we have Facebook, Instagram, then Spotify, Quora. These all companies uses Python as their main driving source. So all the software are written in the Python. Now, why Python means what all the features or why this Python language is most popular amongst all these languages like C++ or Java, or you can say C. So why Python became more popular? So because of its features. So its first feature, that is very basic feature, like it is simple and easy to understand. Like if you know the English language, you can write your program in a Python language. So it just like taking writing your essay in the English. So it is like you are coding in the Python with the help of uh, keywords which are we use on daily basis in English. Then it is free and open source. Means you don't need to pay anything to purchase the software of Python. It is totally free, and open source means we have large community. That means if you stuck somewhere, or if you want to program, or you are a beginner, so you can take a help of this forum. So there are multiple forums for Python, so you can take the help of this forum if you stuck somewhere. Then we have, as we all discussed, like it is high level language. That means just need to understand the concept, basic concept, that is operators or data types, and you can start with the programming. Then next one is a portability, means the Python can support multiple OS or multiple platforms. Like you can install Python on the Windows, on the Mac OS, on the Raspberry Pi. So with the help of that, it is platform independent. That means you can install Python anywhere and you can start programming with the help of Python. Now, why Python? Means why one should learn Python. So there are multiple applications of Python. So first one is very basic, that is it is perfect for beginner because it's a high level language and it's very simple to read, write and understand. So you can start with the help of Python. And as I discussed, so this is community based, means if you stuck somewhere, you can take the help of Google, or you can take a help of multiple forums of Python to clear your concepts. Then there are multiple career opportunities in the Python. As we discussed, there are multiple companies like YouTube, NASA, then Raspberry Pi, which all uses this Python as a main driving source. So you can join as a Python developer or front-end developer or database developer or game developer. So we have multiple opportunities in the Python. Then we use Python in a web development. To create a web pages, we use Python as a main driving source. Again, in the field of robotics, like we know about the artificial intelligence or machine learning. So for that, this Python is a basic tool to start with the artificial intelligence or machine learning. So if you know about the Python, you can start with the artificial intelligence or machine learning. And we have Raspberry Pi, so you can create multiple projects using Raspberry Pi, or you can write your program in the Raspberry Pi. So there are multiple opportunities for Python. So if you want to start getting program, or you want to start with the Python, so you have multiple opportunities. Now let's take a simple quiz. Okay, so my first question to you is, can we install Python on Android OS? If you know the answer, please raise your hand.
जाने के करी सकेंगे एंड्रॉइड ओएस एंड्रॉइड ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम
Yes, Sarash, you can unmute yourself.
Sir, yes, we could install Python in iOS and Windows.
Yeah, so we can install Python on Android OS as because of its portability, means platform independency, means we can install Python on the Android OS also. Now my second question is, can we use Python for game development? Can we use Python for? Yes, Vansh.
Python is also used for game development.
Okay, yes, you are right. So we can use Python for game development also. So there are multiple games like Pirates of Caribbean. So these you can use Python for game development also. And my last question is, what is the meaning of open source? Yes, Pratyush.
Free source.
Sir, open source.
Yes.
Sir, open source means that it has connected to many communities and we can use it from anywhere and it is free.
Yes, absolutely. So open source means it is freely available and you can use, multiple communities are there. So you can take the help of these communities if you stuck somewhere. Now this is our first section. Now let's start with our installation process. Means if you want to start in Python, how to install. Okay, so how to install the Python on your system? So it is very simple. Just go to domain called python.org. Okay, so if you go on this domain python.org, go to download section.
Hey guys, can you
Yes,
go on
please.
mute, please, if they're not talking? Vishal, otherwise you can mute them.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so if you want to getting started with, or if you want to install this Python, just go to this domain called python.org, and in the download section you have to select your OS. Like my OS is Windows, so I will select Windows and then click on the Python version, and you can download the OS or download this exe file, and then you can start with your Python coding. Okay, so now let. Okay, so if you want to install the previous version, so you can download that too. So there are multiple options when you go to the site, and you can download the multiple versions of Python. So now latest version is 3.7.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Sir, it is an app or what?
yes, it is an
Sir,
application.
Sir, which application?
So there are multiple IDEs. Like the Python is basically your source, and you have to download the IDE. IDE means like for Scratch programming we use Scratch 2.0, right, to write a program of Scratch, or for C programming we use Turbo C. So like that, for Python also you need a IDE, that is integrated development environment, in which you can write your program. Let me show you. Okay, so this is nothing but your Python IDE, in which you can write your program. So I will show you. Just go to file, select new file. Can you see this, everyone? Just give me a thumbs up if you can see this Python window. Okay. So after this, just write your program. Suppose I will write a simple program of hello world. So print hello world. Okay, so this is a simple program for print anything. You will write print, and in parenthesis you have to write what you have to print. Then you can save your program. Now whenever you are saving your program, so you can write your file name as I will write this as a web and .py. So .py is an extension for your Python, right? Python file. So whenever you are saving your Python file, you need to write this .py. Then save your program and you can run your program. Okay, so can you see the output as a hello world? Because we have printed just a hello world. So it will show you hello world as the output. Okay, just a second. Hello. Okay, so understood how to install the Python and how to use this IDE. So when you install the Python, it comes by default. So you don't need to install any other IDE for that. Okay. Then let's see what are the operators in Python. Okay, someone raise your hand. Okay, so okay, Pratyush, you can ask your queries. Like you have raised your hand, so you can ask your queries.
For downloading this one, what is the link for? Link.
Python.org. Just go to python.org and in the download section.
Sir, and how to see the output after we save? How to see the output of it?
Okay, I will show you one basic program on it. So let's concentrate on this. So we'll program and I will show you how to see the output of this. Okay.
Sir, I'm saying that when the hello world you have written print hello world, which button did you press for seeing the output?
Okay, so I will show you. Let me show you that. Okay, so this is my program, print hello world, right? So you have run tab over here. So in the run tab, just click on run module, or you can simply press F5 to run your program. So after clicking here, you will get the output. Okay.
I think Vishal sir, you go ahead. You will be doing this, right? Pratyush, you need to wait
Yes.
for some time, okay? So he'll go ahead. He'll teach us how to write the program and how to see the output as well. Okay? Yes, Vishal sir, you can mute every one of us.
Okay. Okay, so let's see what all operators are there in the Python. Now what is operators? So operator is nothing but to perform any operation on data, right? So we have multiple data like numbers or strings. So how to perform these operations? So we use some types of operators. Okay, so using these operators, we can perform multiple operations on this. So let me show you with the help of example. Okay, so I am taking one example in which suppose the value of x is 10. So here x is your variable. Variable means in which you are storing the values. Okay, so my value is 10 and I am storing the value 10 in x variable. So let's take another variable. I request please mute yourself.
You have to just write x equals 10 and it will.
Yes. So I will explain the whole code to you so that you will understand each and every term. Okay. So suppose my first value is x equal to 10. That means I'm assigning value 10 to variable x. So you can give any name to variable, means you can take any character or any string for this variable. Then suppose my value of y is say 20. Okay, so I have taken two variables, that is x and y. So value of x is 10 and value of y is okay. So I have taken two variables x and y. So value of x is 10 and value of y is 20. Now if I want to perform addition of these two variables, so I will simply write print x plus y. That means add these two numbers x and y. So let's see output of this. So again, file, save your program. So I have already saved the program as web.py, and then you can run your program. So can you see value as 30, because value of x is 10 and value of y is 20. So it becomes 30. Now if I want to perform another operation like print, suppose y minus x. Okay, so I will write 2 3 more, print x is greater than y and print x equal to y. Okay, so this plus, minus, then greater than and double equal to, these are nothing but your operators. Means we are performing operations on this data x and y using these operators. Okay, so your first was x plus y, then we have y minus x, means subtract x from y. Then it is checking the condition, that is if x is greater than y, then answer will be true, otherwise it will be false. And last one is x equal to y, that means is x and y are equal. So let's see the output of this. So as you can see, your first output is, that is you can see x plus y, that is 30, y minus x, that is 20 minus 10, 10, x is greater than y. Is x is greater than y? No. That's why it is written false. And last one is x equal to y? No, because both values are different. That's why it is false. If I make this to x is less than y, now see the output. See, 30, 10, it becomes true. Why? Because now y is greater than x. Okay. So in Python, we have multiple operators like arithmetic operator, comparison operator, assignment operator, logical operator, bitwise operator, then membership operator, identity operator. So Python support these 7 types of operators. In arithmetic operators, we have the normal addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So these are 4 operators in the arithmetic operation. Then in comparison, means if you want to compare two values, so you can say equal to or greater than or less than or is equal to and greater than, or then we have assignment operators, that is equal to, means we are assigning the values, say x equal to 10, that means I am assigning the value 10 to variable x. So these are nothing but your assignment operators. Okay, then we have logical operators to check the condition if this is equal to this or not. So we have 3 logical operators, and, or and not. So using these values, we can check the multiple conditions. Then we have bitwise operator, membership operators, and identity operators. So using these operators, you can write a program. Okay. Now, let's see what all data types Python can support. Now, data types means, so data types is nothing but in how many ways you can represent your data. Like just now we have used the numbers like 10 and 20. These are the numbers. So in how many ways you can represent your data. So we have total 6 ways to represent your data. Okay, so these are number, string, tuple, list, dictionary, and set. So again, these are divided into two parts, that is immutable and mutable. So immutable is nothing but you cannot change the initial value of data. Means you can add, you can subtract, or you can make multiple operations on this data, but you cannot change the initial values of data. So we have these 3 types of data, that is number, string, and tuple. So if you define these numbers or string or tuples, you cannot change the values, initial values. You can add the values or you can make different operations on that, but you cannot change the initial values. And we have 3 mutable data types. That means we can change the initial values also. So we have list, dictionary, and sets. So these are the 6 data types that Python can support. Okay, yes, Pratyush? You can unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself.
Okay, sir. I am saying that what is tuple?
Okay, so tuple is nothing but a data type in which you can add arrays of data types. Okay, like in number you can store only one number in one variable, but in tuple you can represent tuple as a array of multiple data. Means in one tuple you can have multiple numbers. Okay, I will show you with the help of example. Then you will understand the tuple and list, all these things. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so how to represent this data? So as we have seen the numbers, like your variable name and then value. So in numbers, you can give the values in integers or float. That means decimal points. Okay, now string. So string is nothing but array of characters. Means you can write your word or your phrases using the string. Okay, so for that you have to use the single quotes or double quotes. Any 2 ways you can use any one of these, inside the double quotes or inside the single quotes. Now list. Now in this example you can see the list contains the string and number data types. That means it has table which is as a string, chair is also string, but 2 is a number. So list can contain multiple data types. Okay, and it includes in a square bracket. Then we have tuple. Tuple is again similar to list. There is only one difference. That means tuples are immutable. As we have seen, tuple comes under immutable data types. Means we cannot change the initial values. So your initial values are table, chair, and 2. So there are 2 string and 1 number. So we cannot change the initial values of this. Then we have dictionary and set. Then set is nothing but as we have seen in the mathematics. Set also contains the number of elements in it. Okay, so these all data types Python can support. Okay, now let's take a simple quiz. Can you tell me how many data types Python can support? Please raise your hand if you know the answer. Okay, Yachna, you can unmute yourself.
Sir, the Python can support 6 operators.
Okay. So there are total 7 operators, as we have seen: arithmetic operator, assignment operator, comparison operator, then identity operator, membership operator, logical operator, and bitwise operator. So total there are 7 operators Python can support. Okay. Now my next question is, what is the use of this asterisk operator? I think this is the very simple question, like what is the use of? We use this in a daily basis. In mathematics we use, or in normal programming. Yes, Krish?
Sir, multiply.
Yes. So this operator used to multiply 2 variables or 2 data types. Okay. Then, okay. So there is one data type given in a square bracket, and you have to identify which data type is this. And there are 4 options: list, number, string, and set. Yes, Abhinav?
Sir, it is a set.
Okay. Krish? Yes, you can answer.
Sir, list.
Okay. Anyone? Abhinav?
Sir, a string.
Okay. So we have multiple answers like set, string, list. Now only number is remaining. Anyone want to answer as a number?
I
Yes,
wanted to
Pratyush?
answer that the answer will be the list.
Okay. So the correct
I mean,
answer is list.
list, yes. Sir, because the set will have.
Yes.
Sir, because it will, sir, some set list and some set because it is the same, but if it would be set, it would have curly brackets.
Okay.
Curved.
Okay. Yes, Neelansh, you want to answer?
Sir, I just wanted to say that there are many children who are answering on chat also. So if
Okay.
you can just go through the chat as well. So just if you can acknowledge, because they are answering on chat also. I was just having a look at it. So they are answering on chat also.
Okay. So
Okay, that's
many
it.
of you answer as a list. So yes, list is the correct answer because list can contain multiple data types. Like in number, it can contain only numbers, but in the given string there are 3 terms like Python, demo, 1 and 2. That means it cannot be a number. Then string. So string means array of characters, but there are also numbers, right? So again, it is not a string. Then in set contains multiple values but of same data types. Like if it is number, then it will only contain numbers. If it is string, it will only contain string, but there is a combination of string and numbers. So it is a list and it is enclosed in a square bracket. Okay, so list is always enclosed in a square bracket. Okay, if it is tuple, then it will be in the parenthesis. Okay, so you can make a difference. Like if it is a square bracket, that means it is a list. If it is in the parenthesis, that means it is tuple. Okay. Then let's see the flow control statements in the Python. Now, what is this flow control statements? Means to define your flow. Okay, your flow of program. So you will use this flow control statements. Okay, I can see everyone has answered in the chat window as a list. So list is the correct answer. Okay. So flow control statements are nothing but how you program your Python code in a flow. So let's take an example. Okay, so I have a simple example of, let's say, okay. So this is a simple example of calculator. Okay. Yes, Pratyush, you have any queries? You can unmute.
To say that when I downloaded the Python, there are two things, Python and Python W. What is Python W?
Python W is nothing but your previous version of Python. Okay, so you can like download the Python IDE. So just search for Python IDE and you will get this window or this software in which you can write your code.
Sir, sir, there are two things on a desktop. One is only Python, one is Python W.
Okay, so Python means you will see this type of interface for writing the code, and in Python W you can write your program in command prompt, that is your CMD. Okay, so in CMD also you can write your Python code, or if you want a interface like in which you can write your full code, so you can use Python IDE. Okay, now let's get back to the this calculator program. So in this program, so num1 and num2, these are again variables as we have seen. So you can name it as anything like I have name as num1 and num2, that means number 1 and number 2. Then I am taking input from user, enter first number. So to take a input from user, I will use input, and inside that whatever you want to write, like enter the first number or enter one number, like that. So we have taken two numbers as number num1 and num2. Okay. Then we have given choice to user to select the choice. So there are four choice: add, subtract, multiplication, and division. Okay. First, let's see the output of this. Okay, so see, it is asking to enter the first number. Okay, so suppose my number is 12. Then enter the second number because our num2 contains the second number. So again, suppose 13. And then it is asking me to select your choice. So I have four options: 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I have to select any one option. Let's say the first option, that means your addition. So you can see the addition as 25. That means addition of num1 and num2. Okay, if I run this program again same, enter the first number. Again, suppose my first number is 13 and second number is, let's say, 10. Again, I have four options: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Let's say my option is 3. That means multiplication. Then it will multiply these two numbers. So your answer is 130. That means with the help of these if-else statements, we are defining the flow of our program. Okay, so flow of your program means if user choice is 1, then only run choice 1 program. If user choice is 3, then only run the third, that means print num1 into num2. Okay, so using this, you can define a flow of your program. Okay, so there are total multiple control statements in Python. The first one is your if statement. That means if this is happen, then do this. Then we have if else statements. Nested if else means if inside if. Like in the previous calculator program, we have used if multiple if statements. So these are nothing but your nested if else statements. Okay, so these are main your conditional statement, and then for looping you have three more statements, that is your while loop, for loop, and your nested loop, means loop inside loop. Okay, so we have total 6 flow control statements in Python. Okay, let me show you a simple example of so this is the simple example of game. Okay, so this is a program for your rock paper scissors game. Okay, so if you can see, the program is, I think, this much only. Okay, so in which we have used this while loop, if loop, that means if loop inside the while loop, that means your loop inside loop, nested loops. Okay, so if I explain this, so we have taken player as a variable in which we are storing the value of input, like input is rock paper scissor, so user can enter any of this value, rock paper and scissor. So you have the, you can enter R, P and S. Okay, then if you see here in this section, if and else. Okay, that means computer will choose any random thing. So that's why we have used this import random. That means we can use multiple packages. Okay, so in Python allows you to use multiple packages which are freely available, and using these packages you can make your programs. Okay, so let me show you the output of this. Go to run and run module. So you have to select any one option amongst rock, paper and scissor. So let's say my answer is S, that is scissor. So it is saying scissor versus scissor. So it is draw because computer also selected option as scissor. Now let's say my second choice is P, that means paper. Okay, so it's saying paper versus scissor, computer wins. Okay, so like that you can make multiple games or multiple small games or software using Python, or you can develop your own web page using Python. Okay, so this is a simple program. Now how it will decide it is draw or player wins or computer wins? So we have designed it like if player versus computer, print draw, means if both the options are same, like S, so it will say it is the draw. If player option is R, and so now you can see here we have used and operators to check multiple conditions, like if player is saying R and computer is saying S, that means player wins, rock versus scissor. So we have written multiple statements here. So these are nothing but your conditional statements. So using this conditional statement, our program will decide who is the winner of this game, player, computer, or it is a draw. Okay. So there are total 6 flow control statements. So these if statements are nothing but your conditional statements, and while loop, for loop, these are your looping statements. Okay. So let's summarize what we learn in this session. So first one is introduction of this Python, like what is Python, then who uses Python, and what are the features of Python, like what makes Python most popular. And then we have seen operators, data types, and flow control statements in the Python, right? So let us take a question answer session. Like if you have any questions, so you can raise your hand and you can ask your questions. Yes, Parth, you can ask your question. Please unmute yourself. Okay. Ishan, you can ask your question.
Sir, how
Yes.
can we program robots with this?
Okay. So whenever you are programming a robot, we use different types of controllers, right? Like we have Arduino or we have Raspberry Pi. So using that, you can write your program. So if you are using a Raspberry Pi as the main controller, so you can write your program in Python and you can control your robot.
Okay.
Can you show us one example, please?
Can you show us an example program?
Example, okay, so I have. Okay, just give me a second. So for that, like we can use multiple softwares. Like for robot programming, I have this MBlock software, right? So using this MBlock software, I can program my robot. Again, this also can support your Python program. So using MBlock, we can write a code in your Python. Okay, it is opening. So do you have any other question? Yes, anyone is having another question? So like in let me show you. So in this, like suppose my device is mbot. So if I want to program my mbot, so I have this Arduino C, like it is supporting Arduino C. So whenever I'm writing some program, so this is nothing but your Scratch. Okay, suppose this is my simple program to move forward. So here you can see your output. That means your program. So using this program, you can change the program, like the speed you can change. Then you have the motor controllers. So like that, you can change in a program and you can make your own program. Okay. Any other question? Yes, Prerna. Yes, you can ask your question.
What is while loop?
What is?
While loop.
So value is nothing but it can be in the form of numbers or in the form of strings. So we use these values to give any variable. So using these values, we can perform the multiple operations, right? Like in the example, we have take the values as S or R. So these are nothing but your values. Okay, any other question? Yes, Archana, you can ask your question. Yes, Archana. Okay. Yes, Par, you can ask your question.
Sir, what are we going to learn in a nutshell?
Can you be a little bit loud?
What are we going to learn in a nutshell?
What are we going to learn? Can you repeat your question?
What are we going to learn in a nutshell?
Sorry, I don't get your question.
I'll type
Can
in the
you
chat box.
post your question on the
Yes,
chat window?
doing.
Okay, what we are going to learn as a summary. So summary is nothing but like what we learn, like what is Python, or why Python, why we are using this Python, or what is the applications of this Python. So these are nothing but the summary of your session. Okay, we have one more question. Can we program Raspberry Pi with MBlock? Yes, you can program Raspberry Pi with the MBlock. Okay, one question. Is there anything ahead like a course? Okay, so this course, like this session was a basic information about the Python. Like if you want to know about details, like if you want to learn everything about the Python in detail, so you can join our course. Like on the MakeBot site, you will find multiple courses. So you can join those courses to learn all these things in detail. Okay. Okay, so we have one very good question, that is, what is algorithm of computer choice? Can you also make an animated game? Yes, you can make your animated game. So there are multiple softwares, like Scratch programming is allowing you to make an animated game, or in Python also you can make animated games. Okay, so Ishan is asking, okay, so there is a question from Ishan. Spider Python same as normal Python. So Spider is nothing but another type of IDE in which you can program Python as well as Java codes. Okay, so it supports both the Python as well as Java programming.
Hello?
Yes.
Nothing.
Sir? Sir?
Yes, you can ask your
Sir?
question.
Yes, sir. I am saying that what is the while use of the while loop?
Okay, so while have you used Scratch programming before?
Yes, sir.
So in Scratch programming, you have forever loop, right?
Yes, sir.
So forever is nothing but it will keep on rotating all the statement inside the forever loop. So while is nothing but your forever loop in which you can run multiple statement continuously.
Okay, sir. And what was the loop after the while loop? You said before the nested loop and after the while loop.
Okay, so inside the while loop, we can program like multiple loops. So inside while you can use for loop, or you can say if loop,
Yes, sir.
and
For
after.
loop. Yes, sir. For loop. What was the for loop?
Okay, so for loop is nothing but, suppose if I want to perform certain operation only 10 times, I don't want it, it should run continuously. So I can use for loop to run those statements only for 10 times.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then we have.
Vishal sir, can you just there is a question, they want a summary, as in a nutshell, if you can just tell what all we did. First we did about introduction, so just can you
Okay, okay, so we have divided our session in 3 parts.
Krish, can you please mute yourself? Krish Modi. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Okay, so in this session, like we have divided our a whole session in 3 parts. Like first one was introduction, then we have the programming little bit, and then we have the multiple the things, that is operators or data types or flow control, how to use all this. So first section was contained like what is your Python, like what are the applications, or what is there in the Python which makes Python like more popular. So Python is nothing but a high level language that uses English keywords to write a program. And the companies like YouTube, Google, Raspberry Pi, these all uses this Python as a main driving source. Okay, so using Python, they have written all this code. Like if I give you a simple example of YouTube. So YouTube uses your simple Python for smooth streaming of videos. Like whenever I am watching some videos on YouTube, next time it will give me a recommendation. So these recommendations are nothing but the YouTube is learning like what I like to watch.
So
Okay,
many
so
people criticize the YouTube's recommendation system.
Who's this? May I know your name, please?
Hello.
Who's this? I can't see your name. Can you please tell me who is this?
Will you answer my question?
We didn't get your question.
A sir was talking about YouTube.
Correct.
yes.
He said that YouTube's recommendation system, YouTube's recommend videos. So many people have criticized the YouTube's recommendation system. And
Okay. May I know your name? I am not getting. There is no name written on your window.
wait, I just write it.
No, you tell me
You
your
can
name.
say,
It's okay.
yes, you can.
Anyway, sir, you go ahead till he comes back.
Okay. So we have another question like Spider, Jupyter, Sublime Text. So these all are Python IDs. Using this platform, you can write your code in Python. Okay, so there are multiple IDs for Python in which you can write your code. So these all are Spider, Jupyter, Sublime Text are example of these IDs.
To begin with, sir, which would be the best one?
Okay, so for beginners, you if you don't know anything about Python, so you can go you go with the basic IDE or PyCharm. And if you want to combine one or more programming language, suppose if you want to go with Python as well as Java as well as C, so you can go with Sublime Text and Spider.
Okay, so you can note down for beginners, which are the initial for beginners for Python, which are the initial IDs. And again, when you want to combine programs, multiple programs, which are the IDs. Okay, so can you just tell us, sir, one more time? For beginners, it is
Okay.
PyCharm and
Python IDE, simple IDE, which
simple
comes
IDE.
when you download the software, it comes
Yeah.
automatically by default.
I think it is the first option they give us. Correct. Any more
Then
questions?
we have question which software is used to program games. Okay, so for programming games we use different languages. Like if you want to program in Android, so you can use Android Studio as a software. If you want to program in a Scratch, so you can use Scratch or MBlock or Blockly. So there are multiple softwares if you want to go with the block based programming.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Can we make a website using Python?
Yes, you can make a website. Like we have different packages, like we have NumPy or then PyChart. So using this, you can create your web pages. Okay, because Python support front end as well as database. So you can make your program in Python for your front end. That is your user interface development.
Thank you, sir.
Then we have how to animation games. Okay, animation games using Python. Okay, so we have, as I said, we have multiple packages in. Okay, just a
Can
second.
sir
Just a second.
answer this first, and then he'll take your doubt? Shrivali, can you just mute yourself? Thank you, Shrivali.
Okay, so for making animation in games, we use different type of packages. So using those packages, we can program for animations. Okay, now you can ask your question, Shivali.
Okay. How can we use HTML program in Python?
HTML?
Program. How can we use HTML program in Python?
Okay, so HTML is another type in which you can make your web pages. Like we use HTML for scripting or web page development. So you can use cascading, like you can use Python as well as HTML code. You can combine both these codes and you can make your responsive website.
Thank you.
So can I ask a question?
Yes.
Sir, I'm an 11th standard student. I have taken PCM with engineering.
Okay.
So if I do any of the courses, so how will it help me in the future? As in career opportunities and
Okay, like I mentioned before, there are multiple companies right? Like we have YouTube, Google, then NASA, then Spotify, Facebook, Instagram. All these uses Python as a main driving source. So you can join as a Python developer or web developer or database developer if you have done any course in Python.
Okay.
Yes, any other question?
So what is Steam?
What is?
Steam, STEAM.
Okay.
Oh.
So
I think we need a full session on that. But basically, what we are going to do is STEAM is basically an approach to looking at things. It's an educational approach. So whenever we are doing any experiment, we are as you were asking questions on robots, robotics, artificial intelligence, IoT. These are all STEAM elements because we have a different perspective in looking at it. It stands for your science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So when we have a webinar based STEAM, please do join us. So it's a perspective and it requires a lot of time for me to explain it to you. So STEAM is just a way and approach to learning things. Okay. May I know your name? Who asked this question? I couldn't find your name.
So I have a question.
yes.
How to make one program to know that the number is Armstrong number?
Okay. So for Armstrong number, like we have multiple programs, like we can use multiple programming styles. So Armstrong number is like when you what you can say, when you reverse the number and when you add all these numbers. So if the initial number and your the number which you getting after this, if both are set, that is your Armstrong number, right? So we have multiple approaches to solve this program or to make this program.
So can you name one?
Like you can use Python or Java, or you can use C or C++. All this you can in this means programming language, you can make your Armstrong numbers to check whether the number is Armstrong number or not.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Any more questions? Okay, this was basically an introduction to Python. This is the whole 1 hour session was basically an introduction to Python. Why is it important and how you can apply, right? To go into details, you can come. We have a lot of courses which are designed to move ahead with Python. So even if you want to share any of your programs which you've already done, which you've been doing, any queries, please get back to us, okay? And we are there to help you out. Please log in. You can see on the screen. So this is your email ID of Vishal sir. So you can get in touch with us, and also please do log into makebot.in if you want to go ahead with any of the courses. Okay. Anything else? Any other queries? Please visit our.
The last question.
Okay, someone
Yes,
has
ma'am.
asked me who is Neelaksh. Actually, this is Rima here speaking. I'm using my son's Zoom ID, so that is the reason. So I'm Rima ma'am speaking. I should have changed my name. I'm sorry, actually. So this is Rima speaking. I'm using my son's ID, so it's come as Neelaksh.
Sir, last question. What
Yes,
is,
we can take the
Olympiad?
last question, sir.
So what is
Okay.
Olympiad and how does it help? Hello.
Okay, so you are asking about the STEAM championship, right? Like Olympiad that we have on the Makebot side.
No, in general, I'm asking about Olympiad.
Okay, so Olympiad is nothing but an online test, or you can say STEAM test, or we have math stage or science stage. So these are nothing but to check your intelligence level, or you can say to know the knowledge of in that particular field. So we have different kinds of Olympiads.
Okay, sir.
If I can
And
add to
get
it,
a
sir,
certificate.
Yes, ma'am.
Parth, if I can add to it, actually, you know, Olympiads basically are set of evaluation process. So when you have a science Olympiad, it evaluates you on the basis of your science concepts. Okay. Then mathematics, it you know, evaluates you on the basis of your reasoning skills, your you know, segregation skills, application skills. So similarly, we also have
Yes.
our National STEAM Olympiad, wherein we are encompassing all these elements. So we take into account not only your science skills, your mathematical skills, but we are also encompassing, we are incorporating your skills in technology, your application skills, your reasoning skills. Okay, how art can be a part of your day-to-day life. So that application bit, your designing element in you, the creativity, the critical thinking. So similar, so these are the Olympiads which are there, and we also have the National STEAM Olympiad I was talking to you about. Okay, is that clear, Parth?
Yes.
I wanna know doubt.
Okay, I guess that's all for today. Any queries? Okay. Any queries?
Will there be any webinars?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Please do get in touch with us and do visit our site, makebot.in. You get an array of courses.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Parth.
Ma'am, I have registered on.
You have
already.
registered. Wonderful, wonderful. Please do register. And for not only our STEAM Olympiad, but also the courses which we have. And we'll be having similar webinar sessions on Saturdays. So keep your Saturdays free. That you know, you can be a part of it. And we are going to bring in different elements, a variety of courses, variety of such sessions. And thank you, Vishal sir. Thank you so much for your
Excuse
time,
me,
and
ma'am.
also just a second, Part. Just a second. Thank you, Vishal sir, for your time and also explaining to us Python in details. Though the time was less because Python cannot be done in an hour, but
Yeah.
whatever you've done, whatever you've told us, it is of great help, and I look forward to, you know, continue with knowing more about Python. Yes, Parth, you can speak now. Okay.
Ma'am, I have a query about
this?
an ID known. This is Anshuman Mishra.
Yes.
Yes.
Anshu. Yeah, Vishal.
Sir, I have a query about an ID known as Atom. Actually, Spider. I generally use Spider IDE. I'm an 11th class student.
Okay. Okay. So what is your question like?
And I've taken computer science. So I generally in this, last sometimes my Spider ID is not being working, or I may say that it's not generally opening in my computer. So I have downloaded and installed another ID known as Atom. So I just don't know how to configure that ID. So can you please help me out in it?
Okay, so first thing, whenever you are downloading any ID, please check your system configuration, like it is 64-bit or 32-bit. Then only you download the ID, because there are some IDs which don't support 32-bit, right? So
Yes.
whenever you are
Yes.
downloading any ID, please check that configuration. And about the this Atom, what you can say, the IDE. So you have, whenever you are opening the software, so it will ask you to create a new file.
Yes.
Okay, so whenever you are creating a new file and saving the name, just mention .py as an extension, otherwise it will not work. Okay, suppose
Okay.
I have to write demo.py, so .py should be there. Okay, and then you can start the programming, and after programming you can right click and run the program. So there is one window as the output window at the bottom of the software, so you can see
Okay.
the output there.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, so thank you everyone for attending the session. It was nice to meet you all
Oh,
through this.
excuse me, sir. Last question.
Yes.
When is the next MakeX competition going to be held?
Okay, so I think
Yes, yes, I'll tell you. See, so far it's a little dicey, situation, right?
Yeah.
So we'll come up with the details as in how to go about it, like whether we are going to have a national competition, whether it will be international, because it is risky, right? Traveling out of
Yeah.
India and being a part of it. So we'll come up with, whenever we get the, details, whenever we get the details. But as of now, the international competition, that is the final, which we had it last time in China, that is on hold. It's not going to happen this year. Okay, but we
thank
do
you.
have certain plans, as in how to go about making a MakeX nationally. So we'll come up with the plan. So don't worry.
Yeah. Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am.
And
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
yeah. Please do visit our site to get all details. And yeah. Okay. Thank you so much,
Ma'am, there is no
everybody.
course on your site. It is showing no course.
I will tell you how to go about it. Okay. So thank you everyone for being a part of it, for being part of our session. We look forward to your participation. Okay. Please do write to us with any queries you have.
Ma'am, when will you tell us? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay,
Have
thank
a
you
nice
everyone.
Ma'am.
Bye,
When will
sir.
you tell us? Will you tell us?
ऐसा जरा जरा भी मत लिखना ऐसा
बीच से क्या
Present क्यों ऐसा लिख रहा है?
अरे वो मीटिंग खत्म हुई क्या मुझे पता नहीं